Congratulations on your purchase for Seamer Down Now. We are so excited that you've got this tool to use in the field. You will save time and energy, and installation of carpet will become so much easier when it comes to seaming the carpet. Join with me on a job site as we show you how to use the Seamer Down Now, and also as we show you the care and maintenance instructions that go along with this wonderful product, the ultimate seam weight. As you follow these instructions that we will be going over, you will not only have a great piece of equipment, but it will last you a very long time. Seamer Down Now is the answer to seam peaking and seam profiling and pattern matching. You will experience making carpet seams with correct precision and fast, flawless installations, what every installer deserves on his job site when he puts carpet in. There's no more fussing and no more fighting getting that seam together so that it looks the way it should look, invisible. With Seamer Down Now, you will be able to power stretch right after you're done seaming up the carpet within just 20 seconds of seaming the carpet up. Now there's no wait time. Seamer Down Now is the ultimate carpet weight. All right, Daniel, well here we are. We're finally down to where we can actually do the seam. And I'm excited, so all eyes are on you. Tell us what you've gotten set up here. I can see that the seaming iron is ready to go. I guess seaming tape is underneath. You've row cut. Where are we at?
Okay, now basically you have to make sure that you cut the seam right. As we all know, if the seam's not cut right from the beginning, then the seam is not going to look good after you melt it. So what I've done here with this particular carpet is I've used something like a row pin, and I've used a row cutter, and I've made sure that I've made a distinct line in the carpet where the pattern's going. And then of course afterwards you follow with your row cutter and you cut it out. Also make sure that you follow all the specifications that you're supposed to from the manufacturer, meaning after you row cut the seam, make sure that you seam seal all your edges according to the manufacturer's specs. Yes, the Seamer Down Now does suck the hot adhesive of the seaming tape up into the backing, but it is not made to seam seal as well. So you need to make sure, guys, whether you use the latex or the hot glue tip adhesive, that you make sure you seam seal your edges. So we're going to get going right here, and a couple things I want to point out. It's very important with the Seamer Down Now because it is cooling the carpet and it is sucking that hot adhesive up into the backing of the carpet. It's very important that you don't go against the nap. So for example, the nap is going this way, so ideally when we would run a seam, we would always run with the direction of the nap so it makes sure that it cools and dries it this way. However, some guys starting off are not comfortable except going one direction, so I've set up an example here of a seam going the opposite direction. Now when you go with the opposite direction, there is a important way that you must do the seam. It's called the pop and go system, and what you do is when you get going right here, you're going to run your iron normally like you would, about 8 to 10 inches, and then you do not want to drag it or slide it against the nap because it'll cool the nap upward. It's very important that if you go against the nap grain that you do the pop and go, and this is the pop and go. You're going to pop up, over, and down. I'll show you again. You're going to pop up, over, and down. That way when it reseats down, it'll reseat the fibers the right way so a beginner doing carpet can go the direction that he feels most comfortable going.
And so we don't have to worry about the back portion because the back portion is already cooled. So when you actually lift it and pop it back, you're actually taking it forward. This part's already set.
That's right, Mimi, and that's one of the major benefits for an installer, is because carpet is a textile. So what it is it can come bowed or skewed, or you can have patterns that are way out of whack, or they're bowed or elongated. With the Seamer Down Now, if you can get this area together in the right sequence, and you melt it with the pattern on, you can take and put the Seamer down on it, and within about 20 seconds it will freeze and cool this area in place and suck that hot adhesive up into the backing of the carpet. So let's say that I progress further down the seam and the pattern starts to go off some more. I can then take my kicker and I can adjust this up without having to worry about what I just put together, because what the machine has already gone over has already solidified and frozen that hot glue in place. So now I can pattern match as quickly as I move my iron, enabling me to pattern match elongated and in a bow or a scoop. If you can adjust it, guys, if you can get the pattern where it needs to be just long enough to get this machine on it, it will freeze it in place, so you won't have to worry about stay nails.
So now you've seen a way that you can actually seam up the carpet and freeze it and lock it into place where the Seamer Down Now actually sucks that glue in so fast. In a moment, we're going to actually demonstrate actually using the Seamer Down Now so you can actually see it being used. Please remember at all times that Seamer Down Now is to be used by a trained professional. Seamer Down Now is to be used for the sole purpose of seaming carpet or repairing carpet. Remember to read our quick start instructions and our general warranty policy. These items outline all of the details about Seamer Down Now.
Sideways, okay? You start off on the seam, you're going to start off sideways. And as you get going, you progress this way. If you want to use a roller, you can. Feel free, whatever you're used to doing, just keep doing the same thing. Again, remember, if you're going against the grain, you want to do a pop and go system. See how beautiful and flat she is? I just put that together. Just now together. She's stuck. It's done. One major thing I want to point out to you guys is that if you're dealing with a really white light piece of carpet, most of the time the guys' irons are really dirty. And I've given one of these irons to show you an example. You see how dirty and grimy it is? Majority of the seaming tapes adhesives are like a ugly yellowish dark smokiness. So what you got is, when you're done with your seam, you do not want to put it back in the tray and put it next to the machine while the machine is running, because this machine is sucking air from its surroundings to cool the carpet. So if you have a dirty seam iron that's smoking, then that smoke is going to go inside underneath the machine, and it actually could create somewhat of a faint line at the end of the seam where the smoke is entering in, because it's super cool and recycling that air. Now, if by chance this happens, it's not a big deal. You just have to get out a little cleaner, and you'd have to rub the little line of the faint smoke off the surface of the carpet. However, to get rid of this, every good installer should practice when you're done with your seam iron, you unplug it and you take it and you set it in an area where it's not going to bother nobody outside the room. Because how many times, guys, do we know that after we've done a seam, a helper or somebody comes in the room, they kick the seam iron over and it drops and burns the carpet.
Welcome to the instructional part of our video. This will show you exactly how to maintain and keep your seamer down now in working order for longevity. I have Daniel Paul Bennett with me here, and he's the inventor. Hello, Daniel.
Hey, how you doing?
Thank you so much for taking time out to show us exactly what the seamer down now can do, and also the maintenance on the equipment. First of all, one thing that you want to keep in mind with the seamer down now is on the bottom of this seamer down now unit are slits. These slits allow the air to go through the unit and come out through the top and the back portion of the unit. This area must be kept clean and maintained at all times. So when you are done using your seamer down now on a daily basis, Daniel, should they clean this every day, or how should they clean this? How often?
As often as they feel they need to. Some carpets, the fibers on the top side sometimes come out as a result of them cutting with their knives and different things. So just basically monitor it just like you would monitoring your kicker teeth, and just keep it clean. Either way it'll work.
Now there are screws around the base of the seamer down now. We do not want you at any time to unscrew those screws, correct?
No, there is absolutely no dismantling of this unit. It is a closed cell unit. It does not need to be disconfigured or taken apart for any maintenance.
So we have taken off the bottom just to show you that underneath it is simply a foam-like material that keeps debris from getting up into the motor and clogging the motor. You will need to go through on a daily basis and use what type of product, Daniel, to clean these slits out?
Something that's not really sharp. There's two ways you can do it. One is right here. You have to look that up. One is right here, is you just take like this right here, and you can just go like this, and you can wipe out the debris right here. You just go down the line, and you can wipe out, bearing in mind to make sure that you're not digging in too far, hurting the foam material that's glued on the inside. Another ideal way that I like to do personally is I have a little shop vac on my truck always for debris and trash. So rather than having to use this, if you use daily maintenance, you can just take right here and you just vacuum any fiber and loose debris that's trapped in that first area.
And this will keep the seamer down now slits that are on the bottom of it totally clean from debris. This will also give you better suction when you do your seaming, correct?
Absolutely. The other thing to remember and bear in mind is that this is a powerful bypass motor. So not only does it have suction on this side, it also has suction on the top side. Now the top side fan is basically a bypass fan that keeps the motor cool. So it's very vital to make sure that these top slits right here are kept clean. Now the way to clean these slits, because this is the cooling fan action, is I ideally like to take it and I just like to vacuum it, or sometimes you can turn it upside down and you can hit little loose fibers out. But either way, make sure that these two areas are clean. Again, there is no dismantling or taking apart of anything. It's basically just keeping these two areas as clean as the main maintenance.
We don't want you to dismantle this product at any time. Should you have any reason that you feel like you need to, please stop and call our number on the screen, and we will be more than happy to assist you with finding out why your steamer down now may not be operating exactly the way you think it should be. So please do not dismantle this unit on your own. We want to keep the warranty intact for you, and the unit must stay intact for that warranty to remain in effect. Now we want to talk a little bit about the special plug that is for the New Zealand and Australian market. This plug is designed to operate equipment on 230 volt. So if you have a steamer down now and you do not have 230 volt, then you have the wrong plug. But if you're in the New Zealand and Australian market, this plug is perfect for you. If you have any questions concerning the wiring and the plug, please feel free to contact us. Again, the number is on your screen.
Yeah, and also, Mimi, I'd like to point out that just because sometimes when you're reaching in your van and the steamer down is out of your reach, please at no time pretend that this is a rope to pull it out of the vehicle, because the life of this machine bears holding on the fact that if it doesn't get electricity to the motor, then it's not going to operate. And a lot of times guys like to grab and pull their tools by the cord. So just please, this is a industrial cord, but it is not a rope by which to pull the machine out of the vehicle.
By maintaining your equipment and keeping it in a safe, good place, you will have an item that will last you for many years to come. Not only will the steamer down now benefit you on your installations, but it also will save time and money. Thank you so much for watching our video on the maintenance for the steamer down now. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at any time. Our website is on the screen below. Thank you. And thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
We look forward to hearing from you with your positive comments and anything that we can do to make and perfect our products in the marketplace and in the field for you, our installers. Have a great day, enjoy making seams, and save some time and make some money.
That's right. Thank you.